he said there's going to be a credit card swipe. And so maybe there's, ATM, credit card swipe. Maybe that's two different things. Maybe when he said we're not going to be an ATM, we're going to do everything on credit. Maybe that's the difference. Is that Deion is going to be a credit spinner. He's going to add on to his debt. And it's ATMs, generally speaking, cough up cash. And Deion's planning on doing everything on credit, I guess. I want to play a couple of clips from Deion Sanders that I think kind of summarize and expose, highlight some of my problems with Deion Sanders. Deion's all over the map. From one day to the next, Deion says one thing and then contradicts himself the next day. And so I believe it was early last week, Deion, and this is when the team was just 4-7, before they fell to 4-8, before they ended the season losing 8 of their last 9 games, Deion made a comment about recruiting and about his approach to the offseason and his approach to recruiting, and talked about how he's not going to be an ATM. He's just not going to buy any and every player. Let's listen to Deion.
We're not an ATM. That's not going to happen here. If you come to Colorado to play football for me and the Colorado Buffaloes because you really want to play football and receive a wonderful education, and all the business stuff is going to be handled on the back end if that's the case. But we are not an ATM. You're not coming here to get rich unless you really come here with a plan to go to the NFL and get your degree. Not to come here and be money bag yo.
Not to come here and be money bag yo. I think he's referencing some rapper. So that was Deion at 4-7. That was Deion when his team had lost 7 of 8 games. Well, on Saturday, they lost their 8th game, and they completed a streak of losing 8 of 9 games, and they finished last place in the Pac-12 in the final season of what we will know as the old great Pac-12. And Deion was singing a much different tune. Just one game made such a huge difference. Listen to Deion after his team lost to Utah. Let's see if does he sound like an ATM? Listen for yourself.
Do you feel like you have the resources at Colorado to succeed at the level you expected?
We're getting there. We definitely need giving. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate to say this, but some kids cost. It's unfortunate to say this, and then I have not charted this yet, but I've asked for the numbers. But if you start thinking about the top several teams in the country, let's see what was spent on assembling the teams. We can sit up and talk about great coaching and great this and great that all we want, but it's gonna be a credit card swipe some kind of way with all these guys going to these playoffs, right? Right. And I understand that, and you got to have a quarterback.
So let's see. We're not going to be an ATM. That was 6-7 days before. And then after they lose and finish in last place, which they were going to be in last place regardless of what happened in that game on Saturday, he said there's going to be a credit card swipe. And so maybe there's, ATM, credit card swipe. Maybe that's two different things. Maybe when he said we're not going to be an ATM, we're going to do everything on credit. Maybe that's the difference. Is that Deion is going to be a credit spinner. He's going to add on to his debt. And it's ATMs, generally speaking, cough up cash. And Deion's planning on doing everything on credit, I guess. But I think more accurately, it speaks to the fact that Deion is all over the map. Deion doesn't know what he says, and if it connects to what he said 30 minutes before, 20 minutes before, 2 months before, Deion's just making it up as he goes. And so whatever his emotions are in that moment dictate what comes out of his mouth.